Hey, how's it going, guys? People Ninja here. Welcome back to Slay the Princess, the last story before the end. We just gotta bring her one more, and then we'll find out what happens at the end. Let's go ahead and load up the one that we've been playing, this one, back into the cabin once again. Let's do it. I like how the music reset.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She will love.
Right, he gives us the warning.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, what? Wait, what did he say? Wait a minute. Voice of the hero. We're not going to go through this again, right? She's a princess. We're a hero. Supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Okay. He doesn't usually say that every time.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
I am kind of like, I know I'm already saving it already. We just started. But I thought I did all the options for just enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Like, what else is there?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me?
Ice.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Oh no, this is leading to the same thing that we've done before. No, let me just take the knife. I'm just gonna take the knife. All right, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from
the
the
music
table.
Stops.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and...
I like how, like, when you take the knife, your mouse turns into a hand holding a knife. The music stops completely.
The door to the her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task
beautiful.
at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, you caught me. I already said that last time. Wait, no way. Why would you think that? Let's see. I'll say... Let's play it off.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh, snap. You want a piece of me? Your hands are tied.
You step
Well, at
forward,
least one hand is.
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
She looks so mad. Look at her.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yo, she's ready to fight.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Is she bluffing?
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
We've done that already. We've already done that path. Say, I'm not dropping the blade. Hold up. He's gonna kill me, dude. I just know it.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Fine, I guess we're at an impasse. Squint at the princess while holding on to your blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
She squint back. Squint at her even harder.
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now.
At least nobody's dying right now.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Okay, let's slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
What? Already? What do you mean I already lost the battle? You're the narrator. Yo, look at that dodge move she did. She got her dukes up.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Jesus, she's no martial arts.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones.
Yo, she's beating me up.
Making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
I got beaten by a frail princess who's been locked inside a cellar for who knows how long with a chain wrapped around her arm. Man, what in the world?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
It's the narrator's fault.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
I don't know, it's kind of sexy. She's a princess that knows how to fight.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
I mean, some dudes are into that. Well, she killed me with her martial arts powers. The tower. Okay, this is something different. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Right, we've been through this before. Deja vu action. Proceed to the cabin. And she's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can hear you. What does it matter? She's
Right.
not going to kill you.
Right. Let's proceed. We've already done this before.
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Voice of the broken. She did kind of break us.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Just a smidge.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
He has a point.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Dude, the world has ended so many times. How are we doing Groundhog Day?
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
I saved the world a couple of times, didn't I? No, every time I let her out, we repeat. Proceed to the
If
cabin.
that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose
why
than
is
its
the blade
humble
up there?
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
We do feel really small.
We don't feel small. We are small.
I guess let's take the blade. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I think approaching the mirror would be pointless. The mirror disappeared.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell.
Oops.
This is actually kind of nice.
What did he say? The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, snap.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Let's do it.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Is he gonna change his voice?
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight,
She
her
looks like a
figure
goddess.
framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
And she's flying, dude.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Why is she still chained up?
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
You know it, baby.
Drop it.
Oh. Yo, I am okay. So, all right, I'm gonna save it real quick. I want to see what happens if I don't bring the knife. What if I just like don't bring the knife? Just enter.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing it's still a stone. Her booming.
Is that a guest?
You weren't
says the same
kid. You
thing.
shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her.
Go down.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is the princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight. Her figure framed by the chain is nothing to her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
So that's what she says.
And more than a little disappointing.
What?
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Yo, it's so different. It's so different. Okay, so there's gonna be two routes here. There's gonna be two routes. I'm gonna save it on something different. There's gonna be two routes here. Okay, I'm gonna say no.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
I kneeled anyway.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
No, I won't tell you. We're gonna tell her. We're gonna have a cordial conversation. Let's say you're supposed to end the world. Oh no, let's say this first.
You will.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Ah!
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for
Yo, she's
alterations.
He wants to end the world, man.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
What would you have to do? Wait, hold on. What would you have me do? What do you have planned? I'm curious. Okay. I know I'm saving it a lot, but I'm super curious. And this is the last one. This is the last one.
And all you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, why can't you just break the chains?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
Yo, whose side are you on?
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
Yo, I like this version of her, yo.
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
She is so cool. I'm so enamored by this version of the princess. She's cool, man. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can do whatever you want to. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I have questions for you before I decide anything. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I'd rather be a priest. I can refuse her. I'm not gonna help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. Okay, so this is definitive. This is definitive. Let's save it here. I can pledge myself to her. Okay, what if I say this? I'm not gonna help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
You poor deluded thing. Don't think you can muster up the strength to defy me now. You already submitted the moment you entered this temple without the will to end me.
What is she talking about? She's talking about your ridiculous decision to come down here unarmed. It doesn't matter. Don't let her talk you into bowing down to her or whatever it is she thinks she can make you do. You can still go back and get the blade from upstairs. You can still stop her.
That is true.
But we're already here, and we already made our choice, and there are so many tall stairs between us and that altar.
The broken is so lazy. I think this is like the only voice that I'm like, dude, you're kind of
right
lazy.
about one thing. You already made your choice, and your choice was to defy her. I don't care how many stairs there are or how tall they are, you're going to turn around right now, take the blade, and save the damn world.
Even now your vessel twitches and trembles, consumed by conflict with yourself.
How'd she know?
But that part of you standing in hopeless defiance isn't the only thing resisting me, is it? There's something else in there. Someone else. A greasy film sheltering your heart.
The narrator.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
The narrator's an echo?
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Oh.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Uh-oh. What? Is she killing the narrator?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I've always been fine. No, this isn't right. What do? We can't just let her control us like this.
I've been trying to tell you this whole time. It isn't about can or can't. It isn't even about will or won't. There is only one path in front of us, and we will walk it.
We'll just refuse.
Not even he could refuse her in the end.
It's true.
What are you supposed to do? We're all prisoners here.
The prisoner.
Some of us are just willing to embrace our chains.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
When I see you again, is she gonna kill me?
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Holy. Yo, that
You're
is
on a
so
path
cool.
inwards, and at the end of that path,
Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin.
The hero is he's so done with this. He is so done with this. Hold up. So this time, let's just go with it. But would it be the same if I just refuse her outright?
You poor deluded thing. Don't think you can muster up the...
What is she talking
Okay, so it's
about?
the same thing as refusing her normally. Okay. So this time, let's pledge to her.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes, yes, you are.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. Is that a person?
No,
Yes.
an echo.
Is she
Talking to the narrators. This
She's
happened
not supposed
before.
to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one. A shriveling little worm
No. What are you talking?
I don't care.
Did she get some?
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Huh. And what if I don't believe? What happens then? I have to. It's over. I'm sorry. Let's say, and what if I don't believe? I'm curious on that. What if I don't believe?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever. Please don't do this.
Break the chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
She's actually the first one that actually do want to end the world.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Take her hand. The obedient servant. I got a trophy. And then she just gets taken. No, we don't get to the third one that way. Weak. Absolutely weak. I'm curious on what she would say next. If I let's break her chains.
Her chain.
What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
And then just take her hand. Got it. Okay. So we went to the third chapter in that other one. Let's continue this one, and then we're gonna come back to her with the blade.
Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin. This is hardly a path in the woods. It's all big and weird. Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us. This is bad. Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac?
Mr. Amnesiac.
No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late. Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess.
He is so full of it. I mean, he's done. He's so done with this.
No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that. Look, fine, just out with it already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you've lost speaking privileges. You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over. What's the point of dawdling when the end is already written? Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously.
Obviously.
Whatever you did before gave her far too much power, so you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin, and slay her before things get any more out of hand. Are our thoughts doing that?
Oh, voice of the paranoid.
Make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit! What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger? We've built a new god,
and she is limitless.
Yet she's stuck in the basement of a cabin with one shackle on her, dude. That's not look.
Do you hear those
What kind of god is
with their
that?
runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play, and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now.
Why don't we just leave her in there? Run away! I'm not going to the cabin until I know what I am. All right, we're going to finally go to the third one. Yo, this last one is so good.
As you finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
All right.
As you step
Oh!
forward, the cabin explodes.
Excuse me?
You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Does this always happen? The end of something.
You watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Why is she so strong?
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Yo! What in the world?
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
Wow.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
You want me to try to kill a god with a dagger? Let's take the blade.
Yeah, screw all of this. I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
You'll never make it to her, and even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart.
Let's go.
Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. If our thoughts are what give her power, maybe it could cut both ways. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. Maybe none of this is real.
He's got a point.
With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you.
Yo, I'm turning into a legend.
And then your eyes open, settling on your target. It's time.
Embrace your destiny.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel the pull of her gravity catch you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
She's so big, man.
Yeah, do it.
With this tiny little dagger. Assail the unassailable.
You're not going to win. You know that, right? What are you even going to do with that time?
That's what I said.
Give her a scratch.
You still don't get it, do you? We can be whatever we want to be. Nothing is real. It all might as well just be a dream.
Are you okay?
course, I'm not okay. I've never been okay. Maybe I needed to never be okay for us to make this happen. As you fall towards the princess, you swing the blade in a massive arc, putting all of your strength behind it. It cuts a shockwave through the very air, splitting everything in its path.
Let's go!
It won't be enough.
How unexpected.
As the blow lands, the entire world shakes. The outline of the princess disappears into a storm of dust and debris. We've done that the whole time?
It was a fluke, I'm sure. An accident, that's all.
Yo, you're not on my side at
It
all.
won't be a fluke if we do it again. As the dust settles, the form of the princess comes back into view. Her skin and vestments are lightly scuffed, but her body is whole, and her face is full of self-righteous fury.
She's mad!
At least we made her mad. That has to count for something. But she holds her anger back. Her eyes close, and a gentle smile curls across her lips.
And so the little bird has found his heart at the end of the world.
Her eyes flit open, pupils narrowing on your form.
But is it courage that courses through his veins? Or is it madness?
I should have just
The world
bowed.
around her stills. The debris stops in place, and the air is calm and silent.
You walk a razor's edge. It won't be long before you slip.
And then in an instant door comes at you. You are pelted with stone after massive stone, even the pebbles slicing through you like bullets. You cannot hope to so much as move as the bombardment continues, your body being destroyed bit by bit, crushed under the mass of wood.
Well, I guess I can't kill a god. I'm no Kratos.
It's over. You had your moment, I'll give you that. But that's all it was. Hope it was worth it.
Enough with the yous. Whether you like it or not, you're a part of us. Hell, whether I like it or not, you're a part of us. That was your moment too. And we can have another if we all work together. She's not your perfect goddess, just look at what she's doing to you, her most loyal servant.
Got a point?
This isn't very nice, but we did make her angry. Isn't it what we deserve?
Who deserves something like this? She wants her freedom at the expense of ours, and she's willing to destroy us over and over again if it helps her. What kind of god does that?
He's got a point.
Stop deluding yourself.
I know I keep
We're
saying
going
that
to make
too.
this work. All of us need to see the truth.
But I love her.
And she doesn't love you. She doesn't even know you exist. You are just a tiny part of an obstacle, and she is currently in the process of destroying said obstacle, so I suggest you snap out of it now while you still can.
Still your doubts.
All at once the pressure breaks. You burst through a mountain of debris and straight for the princess.
Yo, this is epic.
As you soar towards her, the eyes on her vestments open wide, the light of their gaze slowing your pursuit as more and more matter continues to assail you.
But it's not enough to stop us, is it? We're going to make it to her.
We convinced them.
You are. As you draw near, you extend your blade,
Yo!
readying a powerful strike. It sings through the air and is met with a barrier of light. You remain frozen in midair, the two of you unblinking, waiting to see who breaks first.
This is extremely anime.
And then we win. Right? That's what should happen. Why isn't it happening? Did we do something wrong? Were all these powerful, heroic thoughts not enough?
I believe in us. Isn't that enough?
Yo, the blade and the cursor is longer.
Unless we got the rules wrong. I'm sorry. I think I messed this up.
Then what do we do? I thought you said that's all this was a dream, that we could choose. No, let's do this. We have to push harder. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't a way to win.
That's right. So come on, push, all of you.
I'll do my best.
The power of friendship.
All right, one last try. You continue the struggle, your blade kicking up sparks as it grinds against the princess's barrier. You're getting to her.
Your persistence is admirable, but it's misplaced.
We're so much more than I thought we were. It won't be misplaced if we win.
Let's go.
You ignore the princess's words and push a little further, and then a crack. And where that crack formed, another forms, and then another. Finally, it shatters. We did it. We actually did it.
Now get to her heart.
The princess's face remains serene as your blade plummets towards her heart.
A victory, but one that remains rooted in the material. And I am beyond that now. Come, let us leave this world of illusions.
Before your blade can pierce her heart, it is vanished from your hand. The world around you unravels into a textured nothing.
You have no weapon. Our battle is at an end.
Courage and madness.
Is she going to hurt us now?
The princess reaches forward into the textured nothing and buries her fingers into divine flesh. Her touch is soft.
Oh, that feels nice.
The flame may be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are part of this now.
Her grip tightens, and somehow you feel it. The pain sits at the limits of your comprehension, like an endless sea of hands falling on you, one after another, before finally collapsing in on itself. And on themselves, you lose yourself into the darkness.
She's hurting us again. I've never hurt like this before.
She isn't even touching us. How could she hurt us without touching us? Unless all of this is us. No, we can't be this. But it feels like she's ripping us apart.
Submit or fight back. Oh, snap! Of course we're gonna fight back.
Maybe if we feel all of this nothing, maybe we can use it. Anything to make this stop. Anything to make her feel what we feel.
You are a wave of tendrils racing against themselves and down the shape of an arm. You snap around it. Uh-oh.
But that isn't enough, is it? We can show her more. We can show her what she's done to us. We can make her understand. We can make her feel what we've felt.
Yo. Your awareness shifts between undiluted fibers of nothingness that is somehow outside of your body, but part of it, time yields to feeling. You wrap around wrist, ankle, neck, and pull from her heart in the whole of her experience, and in return she pulls from your heart the whole of yours. So much of her is empty bluster. Boost mutters first in quiet and give an empty life of sense and meaning, or boasts, I guess. And then the same boast wrapped in a bowl in true belief. What? Belief turned to arrogance. Arrogance that shatters as she finally sees something other than herself.
Oh, we've both hurt each other so very much, haven't we?
Your eyes open. She is bound to you. You are bound to her. Hollow echoes of what you used to be.
I can hear your voices prattle in my head. I was never going to ascend. This is all so very small. I'm so very small. I'm sorry.
Oh. And a bunch of hands take her. And this is the end. Wow. A goddess unraveled. That is so crazy. But this is it. This is the last thing she needed. Silence as you reach for it. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay. I think we're going to... I know this is kind of leaving it on a cliffhanger, but I am going to leave it here because I think we're nearing the end, and if we proceed, we will go to the very end of the game. And there's other things that I want to see first. So we are going to save this on number 1 because we will continue from there. But before that, there's other things we can do. There's other ways we can go. And for this one, I want to see what happens if I submit to her. Or actually, what if I submit here?
Finally, you have seen my light. All is forgiven.
You continue to lose important pieces of yourself. The memories of entire lifetimes lived fade away into a space where your only recollection of them is that something used to be there. You die and you are reborn, and die and are reborn. Shrinking and shrinking again and again until there is no... Wait, there is no you left? Is that supposed to be none? There's none of you left. You die or shrink.
You've done so well, little bird. Behold, the fruit of your anguish.
Eyes open. Are they yours? They don't feel like yours anymore. But there is no other word to describe what they belong to, or who they belong to, right?
Where are we? It doesn't matter. We've never really known where we are, have we?
You're all starting to sound like me.
Your vision focus is revealing what has been done. The world has opened up, and beyond is something beautiful.
Oh. What is that?
That's what we saw before.
I think I want to be there.
It's where we're supposed to be.
It's something actually real.
We've seen this before. This is cool. The princess stepped forward, bringing you both to the edge of something beautiful. It is dazzlingly vast. But neither of you crossed the threshold. There is a roaring like underground thunder. She has stopped in place.
Something is holding us back. Is it one of us? Is it part of her? Is it some part of him that managed to cling to this place? I don't think it's me. Would I know if it was me?
After After everything I cast aside on my path to ascension, what remnant of the old could possibly be left to defy me?
You look down at the princess' feet. Raised and shifting mound, a mass of hands climbing over each other, crawling their way up the body. They start to pull. The mound becomes a sea, and the princess struggles to stay afloat, to keep the two of you close to the hole in the world, in the light of something beautiful beyond, but she is drowning. As the sea rises, she pulls you from her shoulder and holds you above the tide. You turn back to look at her.
We have to be able to do something to help her. This can't be how it ends. It can't. It can't. It can't. It can't.
I think this is the end. I can feel every part of me freezing over.
Hands reach over and pulling at her face, dragging her down into their frigid depths. She is tired, and life fades from her eyes.
You have been the only thing I've ever known to show me grace. I am sorry if I have not shown you the same.
The princess summons the last of her strength, her face a shield of purpose and determination. In her final act, she hurls you towards the hole in the world, towards something beautiful beyond.
Fly, little bird.
No. No. I don't want to be somewhere she isn't. It would always be dark without her.
That was I like that one a little bit better than the other one.
It's what she wants for us. But can we make it? Yeah. We just have to believe. And everything is going to be okay.
This is so weird. But the hole seals before you can make it to the other side. If there is a time to bask in what lies beyond, it is not now. You turn back and then there's the mirror. Oh man, you know what? We're saving that one as the original. I like that one better. Okay, we'll come back to this one. We'll come back to this one. Oh man, this is good. This is so good. All right, I think I am going to go ahead and stop it here. Oh man, I'll leave you guys for the next episode. And on the next one, I will take a little sidestep and go back here. We're going to go back here to when we first saw her, but this time we're actually going to, no, we're going to go back here. We're going to take the blade this time and see if anything is going to be different. If there's going to be something different, if it's going to be a different path, we will see on the next one, and then I'm going to explore that one on the next episode. And then when that one is done, we explored everything that we possibly can explore with the different paths and the different endings. We will come back here to our final one and end the episode. It might just be 2 episodes left, just this one and this one. We shall see. I hope you guys enjoyed the story and enjoying the story as it go. I hate to leave it on a cliffhanger, and I hope you guys are going to be back to see what happens next on our little side adventure when we go and we take the blade and see what happens when we go this path. And if you are enjoying it, consider dropping a like, subscribe to see more videos like this one. I'm 3% Ninja, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. And be good people.